welcome back to the commentary position. It's very exciting. Things are hotting up here as the teams. Not literally. No, it's freezing to be honest. But no, what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce you to the teams that are going to be taking part in this year's Garden Ground Cubb competition. And first up, we have the Green Giants. Ho ho ho! And the Green Giants are a team, Callum, that have got some past. They've got some history. Tell us about that.
So the Green Giants have got a good record here at the Garden Ground, especially up at the shed end, on the far side of the pitch here, where they always seem to just be able to find that sudden dip just past the root area, just where it's quite soft.
Fiendish.
And skid on.
Yeah. Devastating. I remember one game last year where the Giants, they looked down and out, but literally within the space of a blink of an eye, the whole game had turned and they walked all over the Orange Order. Now, the Orange Order are the second team that are going to be taking part in this year's Cubb competition, and they're quite a feisty team, Callum, aren't they? Talk to us about the Orange Order.
So the Orange Order have got a star player in their ranks who considers himself to be a bit of a marksman and can find those knights very easily in any weather, be it coming from the house end with the wind behind it, which is where it often comes from, through the wind tunnel created by the features out of the back of the house end, and that marksmanship gives them a really strong advantage against most teams.
Yeah, no, I like that. I remember that player last year. Oh, deadly. Anyway, the third team taking part in this year's competition are the Grey Goats. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they call themselves the Goats. Maybe because they're old and a little bit tough. But the Grey Goats last year had a solid season. It was a solid season for the Goats. And although there were a couple of injuries, I remember one time one of their players down at the shed end had a nasty gash to the head with the apple tree. It was one of those, I'll take on the apple tree. And the apple tree, no you won't, I'll take on you. And the apple tree won, of course. But the Goats, they're a solid team. They're sort of, if you were to put some money on, I'm not suggesting gamble awareness, when the fun stops, stop. But if you were going to put an each way bet on, maybe the Goats might be your team. And the last team this year are the Blue Bullets. Callum, talk to us about the Blue Bullets.
So the Blue Bullets actually favour the house end, quite surprisingly. Most teams try and favour the shed end because of the root patch, but there's something about the Blue Bullets that just find the trees and the plants to aim at. Slightly beneficial, getting the not necessarily spin because they're not. The deflections go round really quickly up at the shed end.
They're known for, rather than the skiddy approach of the throw, they're known much more
slightly more loopy,
slightly more loopy, and try and sort of get their stick rotating, aren't they? And they're very effective. I remember them being very effective last year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly at the stage where we are going to be able to. Going to take on the Cubb Championship. Now, there's a quick rundown of the rules. Callum, would you be kind enough just to take us through what exactly is going to go on?
So, at the start of the game, each team, both at the house and the shed end, will have one stick, and they're going to try and get as close to the king, the thing in the middle, as they can with this one stick. So let's see how well I can do there.
Oh, an unlucky bounce, you see. Yeah, there you go, the unlucky bounce. Caught him slightly off guard there, but that's okay. And then what's the aim, Callum?
So then from there, the team goes first will get all 6 sticks, and they're going to try and knock down the opponent's end. Now, each time the knight is knocked down, the team must return it back to the other side of the king without it knocking the king. If they do that, they lose. Same for throwing the sticks. After deciding to see who goes first, the king goes down, you lose. So let's see how well I can do with this one. Not a bad throw there. I forced the opponent team quite far back into the game field. For now, the team at the house end would have to stand the knight up, and they could then encroach to where that knight is for distance to get their throw in.
So
onto
am I
the
right
shed
in
end.
thinking, Callum, that effectively it's all about knocking the Knights over? As long as you knock the Knights over, you're on for a winner.
Well, primarily, but as you saying earlier, there was one game last year where the Orange Order came back from being sort of 9 Knights to 1 down in a turn of marksmanship precision and won the game.
That was remarkable. It was remarkable. The crowd were on their feet. They were on their feet, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you. And so, ladies and gents, we are going to go now because, truth be told, we are absolutely freezing out here. So we will see you tomorrow for the opening game of this year's Garden Ground, open for sponsorship, by the way. Call the link below. And we will be here, and the green team, the green giants, are going to be taking on the blue bullets. We will be here live for that when we play it. Goodbye.